Hello, my future AI artist. Today we're going to talk about how to modify certain aspects of the AI-generated images. For this lecture, we're going to use an example of an interior design picture. Let's open up Stable Diffusion and use the prompt template we learned in the last class, but modify it to create a luxurious living room prompt. This time we'll use the DPM++ SDE Keras sampler and increase the number of steps. We'll adjust the image width to 768 and slightly increase the CFG value. Then click Generate. You'll see a pretty good-looking living room has been generated, but I think it's missing a hanging lamp. Just like magic, today we're going to add a hanging lamp to this space. So, let's do it already. Click on the Inpainting button. You don't need to change any of the default settings here, but it's important to the Only Masked option. Choose a common sampler and adjust the brush size. Draw the position of the hanging lamp. Then modify the prompt to add a big hanging lamp. Adjust the width and height to 1024. And most importantly, increase the denoising strength. The higher this value, the more changes you'll see in the image. Then click Generate. And voila, you now have your own customized hanging lamp. However, you may have noticed a very noticeable editing mark on the image. Don't worry, we will fix it right away. If I'm not satisfied with the results, I can continue to hit Generate button to generate a new image. Let's say I really like this hanging lamp. However, the lamp is currently too blurry. So what can we do about it? We can click Send to Inpainting and make it more clear. Now, it's important to adjust the image width and height to 1024 and reduce the denoising strength. Then click Generate. You'll notice that the hanging lamp becomes clearer. We'll click Send to Inpainting again. Repeat the previous steps and further reduce the denoising strength. Then click Generate. You can repeat these steps until you're satisfied with the result. The key is to increase the denoising strength at the beginning until you generate the content you want. Then, send the generated image to Inpainting and gradually reduce the denoising strength to make it clear and blend the generated content into the image. Alright, so we've noticed some pretty obvious touch-up marks on the ceiling here. But don't worry, we can use the same technique to gradually blend them in with the rest of the image and make everything look seamless. Since these are all essentially the same concepts, I'm going to go ahead and pick up the pace a bit. Alright, now let's adjust this floor lamp. As usual, we'll paint the areas we want to modify, adjust our prompt, and increase the image size and denoising strength. Then, click Generate. If you see the image you want, click Send to Inpainting, and gradually reduce the denoising value to refine the newly generated content. Repeat this method until you're satisfied with the result. Generally, once the denoising strength reaches 0.35, you can stop refining. Using this method, you can basically add any new content to your image. If you are not satisfied with the subsequent generated images, I will show you how to go back to a previous image and continue refining from there. Just click on this button, locate the previous image you want to refine, and then drag and drop it into the current Inpainting window. Finally, let's replace the artwork on this wall with a medieval castle oil painting. Just like before, mark the areas you want to modify and change the prompt to Oil Painting, a Medieval Castle. Then follow the same steps as when we adjusted the floor lamp to get the results you're happy with. That's it. But wait, there is one more thing I want to talk about. If you can still notice some editing marks on the ceiling, don't worry. You can simply click on the Image to Image button and readjust your prompt to the original living room. And select a small denoising strength, like 0.25, and then click on the Generate button. This should produce the result where the ceiling blends in perfectly with the rest of the image. Alright, that's all for today's lecture. I hope you have learned how to use the Inpainting tool to modify the content of an image and blend it seamlessly with the original image. In our next lecture, we will talk about how to use a custom model with stable diffusion, and I will see you in the next lecture.